Thank you for choosing the SNL Fan Podcast. I'm your host, just some guy named Jay. And this is the final chapter of the 24 black comedians that are ready for SNL. Alright, I had to break up this list of 24 women into sets of 4. And, I came up with, because, 4 goes into 24 6 times. So, this is part 6. And before I get into this list, I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Southeast Hip Hop Magazine. I'm going to put the link in the information box below so you can check it out. It has a lot of great articles, a lot of music reviews, interviews with hot up-and-coming artists. They also throw some mainstream artists in there as well. A lot of great information. And, they put the focus on the artists and the hip-hop culture that's based in the southeast region of the United States, like Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, North and South Carolina, Kentucky, Virginia, the southeast states. Southeast Hip Hop Magazine has definitely shown love to the next big thing, which is a podcast show on this station. And so I just want to return the love by giving a shout out to Southeast Hip Hop Magazine. All right. Now, let's get into this last set. And like I said, the list is in no order. It's not from worst to first or the top 10. None of that stuff. It's just pretty much 24 women just thrown around. And I think it'd be kind of hard to rank them because some of these women are like comparing apples and oranges. Like some of these women are funny in their own way. Some of them are good at impressions. Some of them are good at voiceovers. Some of them are good physical comedians. Some of them are just good writers. Some of them are great at stand-up. Some good at improv. Some good at making facial expressions. So they're all kind of different. They all have something different to bring to the table if they were to join the cast of SNL. And I also want to say that they're more than just stereotype or playing the sassy black woman or the sassy black friend or the neck rolling ghetto black chick. They don't do. I mean, well, they're a lot of these women are capable of doing that. Well, all of them are capable of, I guess. They're great actresses. They can play any role. But that's not them. They're just talented women. And they could definitely go blow for blow with a lot of the people in the current cast of SNL, why I did the list. So let me just go on to the next person on the list, and that's Nyima Funk. Nyima Funk, she's had lots of different television roles and things like that, and she played in what I remember her from the most is Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out. She was on there. She did a lot of sketches. She's definitely a great performer. She's I guess she's really respected in the improv community because her name just comes up a lot, in these black women that they suggest for Saturday Night Live, like Sasheer, Zamata, and those women, they just those names just keep coming up. And Nyima Funk is one of those names that just keep coming up. So it'd be wrong for me to do this list of 24 women and not add her, I have strong memories of her on Wildin' Out too. She was definitely great in the they had the black and red team and stuff like that. And to my understanding, she also worked with Taran Killam too. And Taran Killam is in the first. What am I saying? First 4. I'm getting tired. I'm saying words that don't make sense. Yeah, Taran Killam was the third of the thing. That don't make sense. Let me backtrack. Taran Killam was also on Wildin' Out as well a few times, and I know Nyima Funk worked with him, and he's in the current cast of SNL. So a lot of these women work with Taran Killam. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, he gets around. Nyima Funk, she's very talented. Check out some of the things she has on YouTube. A lot now. She has a video vlog where she talks about her family and talks about her baby and things like that. And Nyima Funk is just so naturally funny that her talking about her daily life is just funny. Like she just says it. It just comes. It's just natural for her. You know. I mean, it's just off the cuff, off the top, just talking about things the events that's going on while she's raising her child and things, and she does it in a way that you don't have to be a mom yourself to laugh at what she's saying. And I can picture a lot of like the things she does in her video vlogs. I can picture it on like Weekend Update, like doing some Weekend Update commentary, and just coming on there and just talking about her life, or making it in such a way where it's also commentary, but it's also her doing what she does. And she's also a natural performer. She just seems like one of those people that's been doing this for years, and it's nothing to her to do it. And you know what? I hate this. I hate to say this though, because a lot of people don't find Wanda Sykes attractive or anything. But she looks like a younger version, a younger, better looking version of Wanda Sykes. A little bit, the way her nose and her eyes kind of look, in my opinion. I don't know. I guess you could throw your own opinion in there. And her husband Joshua Funk, he also does improv. And SNL could hire them both. Hire Nyima Funk as a performer, and hire her husband Joshua as a writer. That would probably be a good idea. Like I said, they could pick anybody from this list, anyone, and I'd be glad to see it. And I think Nyima Funk. Well, I know Nyima Funk will have a lot of things to bring to SNL if she was in the cast. She's definitely ready. Oh, and she also made fun about what Kenan said too. She said, "Okay, I'm not ready, right? Okay, let me get ready right quick." And she got off camera and then came back, and then Joshua sat down, and because Joshua was a white male, of course, which is pretty much everybody on SNL. And then she was talking, and Joshua was moving his mouth. That was good. Okay, now I'm ready for SNL. Next on the list, Kimberly Herbert Gregory. I'm not a lot familiar about her, but familiar about her. Look at me, just messing sentences all up. This is late. I'm not too familiar with a lot of the things. I did go back and check some things out, did some YouTube. She has a lot of interview things, and she does a lot of Broadway, a lot of stage work. And from what I've seen, and the singing and the live performances on stage, she's definitely ready for SNL. Like, she's just a stage person, and even if she doesn't, like, she's one of those people that like her post SNL career, if she was on SNL and then she, after she left, I think she's one of those people that would be hitting Broadway up and just staying on Broadway and doing things like that, doing live plays. I mean, she does have some television and film work under her belt as well, but she's just the person that's just born and just lives on the stage like that. Like, just on the performances I've seen, and she's even won some awards and things like that too. What else I like to say about Kimberly? She was also in the Mother Funny Quickies thing, the We Are Ready thing, and she was doing some impressions of Oprah Winfrey and things like that. Who did she do? No, I don't think she did Oprah. Who did she do? Dang, I forget. She did I think she did Harriet Tubman. And you know what? Anybody can do a good Harriet Tubman impression, because what do we have to go on? I mean, we don't. It's not like there's any television footage of Harriet Tubman or anything. I mean, everybody has those oil paintings of Harriet Tubman, walking through the swamp with a lantern and 6 slaves walking behind her like she's leading them through. How come every time you see a picture of Harriet Tubman, she's always got to be walking through a swamp like she's tiptoeing and sneaking with a lantern in her hand, and is at night? Like, what if it didn't go down like that? What if Harriet Tubman, I don't know, like, I guess it had to go down at night. Well, I don't know. We know the history and the story, the Underground Railroad, but what if Harriet... I don't know. It's always that image of Harriet Tubman walking through a swamp. Anyway, back to Kimberly. She is talented. And she also does that woman that Oprah Winfrey was going to give a show. I forgot her name. The woman that Oprah was going to give a show to, but then she tried to hook up with Barbara Walters, and Barbara Walters uh, didn't give her the show, and then she tried to come back to Oprah, and Oprah was like, "Nah, nah, you know what I'm saying? You was supposed to wait your turn. I was gonna give you a show, but then you wanted to holler at Barbara Walters. What is that woman's name? She's like the Love Doctor or something like that, talking about relationships with the show. Well, anyway, she does impression of her too. It's great. She's a stage person. Good for her. Definitely is ready for Saturday Night Live. Let me move on to the next person, Gina Yashere. And honestly, Gina Yashere is very funny. Very funny. She's a great stand-up comedian. I remember when I first seen her on, she used to be on, she was on one of those seasons of The Last Comic Standing. And honestly, I didn't think she was that funny then. She's alright. But then after that, I started seeing her stand up on different things, and I was like, she's funny. I seen her on, some things on Comedy Central, and some things on what else? Some of her specials you can catch on YouTube. She was on what's the Gabriel Iglases. I seen her on there, and she's also been on Jay Leno a few times too, and she's done sketches on the the Tonight Show with Jay Leno, and she's good in those sketches, and she's very funny. The only thing I'm concerned about her though is her accent. She has a very thick where's she from? Like London or something? Like she is a very like, oh yes, I'm Gina Yashere. I can't do it like her, but it's a thick accent, and she can do an American accent, by the way, because I didn't think she could change or alter her voice like that, but I actually heard her on something where she's doing an American accent. I know people are American accent. What do you mean American accent? We talk right. Everybody else talks with an accent. Come on now. That's how Americans do. That's how we are. We go over to another country and call them foreigners. Isn't that one of her jokes? I think I stole one of her jokes on accident. Well, anyway, Gina Yashere is funny. Other than her accent, and I mean, she may not be able to do a lot of impressions because, well, maybe she can. I don't know, but because she did that American accent pretty well, pretty good. I think she's also too old too. I think that's another thing. She might be a little too old for SNL. Because I think she might be in her like early 40s or something like that. And if they asked Michaela Watkins, and she was 38 at the time, So who knows? I mean, Lauren Michaels like to get them a little young, But I would love to see her on there. That's not a problem with me, I mean, she's definitely ready for SNL, and based on the skits I've seen her do on the Jay Leno show, on the Tonight Show, I'd definitely say she's ready. She's funny. She's definitely funny. And now this is the last person. She's also a member of the Elite Delta Force 3. And she's also been on, let me just say her name, Robin Thede. Robin Thede is the last person on this list, number 24. Robin Thede, let me tell you what she's been on. She's been on that show Clunkers, another show with Tatiana Lee. What else? She's been on In the Flow with Affion Crockett. She's been on lots of things. And she's also a member of the Elite Delta Force 3. And what else has she been in? She's just what I think she's also in Finding Obama too with Nefetari Spencer, who was also on this list. I think Robin Thede has a bunch of clones, cause how is she in every skit? Like I turn around, like she's in YouTube videos that has nothing to do with her. Like I was looking at somebody else's YouTube video and she's just in it. And she wasn't even. How are you? She's in there every time I turn around. Her IMBD. She's guest starred on a lot of things. Her reel is just long. I mean, even though it was a short it's just a bunch of short clips, and they're all funny. All of them are funny. Oh my gosh, she is so funny. But I think it's a billions of her running around like she's in two different places at once because she's in a lot of sketches. And if she's on SNL, I hope she dominates like that too, like Kristen Wiig did. Uh, Robin Thede, man, she's very talented. That's another one I was kind of iffy about because when they're like, now I just want to say, pretty much all the women on this list are pretty attractive. Some look better than others. I'm not that kind of guy. I am that kind of guy. I don't care, but I mean, you know what I mean. I don't. Your beauty. I judge you by the talent. I don't care what you look like in that regard. Like if you look good, but there's something about like when somebody's too attractive, I just automatically assume that they're just not going to be funny. Like she looks too good. She's nice looking. She's not going to be funny. And Robin Thede, man, like I was kind of thinking that too. Like when I just seen her, like I seen the recommend, so people post her name up, so I went to go look her up, and I was like, oh, her? Oh, I vaguely remember her on some stuff. Oh, she was probably funny in that one thing, but and because I was thinking, nah, she doesn't look like somebody that would just be funny like that, but she is. She's very funny. She's very funny, very talented, different voices. Her delivery is on point. Too, like I said about Jessica Williams on the Daily Show, like she's another one that with that perfect comedic timing. Her delivery is great. Just how she stops and then she'll say something. It just pause, just everything. The facial expressions, she puts her all into it. She seems like one of those people who just like this is what they do. Like they can't do nothing else. Like they like if they're working at McDonald's somewhere, she's gonna be the funniest woman working at McDonald's. Like she's just built for this, and she's definitely built for SNL. She has a lot of great impressions, and she's just funny. Like even in the behind the scenes things on the Elite Delta Force 3, oh my gosh, she's just like. Like her and Indira and Yashere too, but it really between Indira and Robin, Indira and Robin like like they're at the top of the like they man I'm having a hard time saying who's the best between those two because like it's because I already said Indira Gibson Wilson like she's I'm saying she could be Lucille Ball if she had the right thing behind her. I believe she could be the black Lucille Ball of this generation. And Robin Thede, man, she just owns it, man. Every skit I've seen her in, definitely. If you know what, don't even really look at the skits like that. Look at that reel, that acting reel. She's very versatile, and very talented. I can't say enough good things about her. But I gotta, close up the podcast. I gotta wrap it up. Gotta stop recording. I got other things to do. But but definitely, yeah, Robin Thede, yeah, she's I can definitely picture her, working with the current cast of SNL, working with Jay Pharaoh and even Kenan, she's very funny. Okay, let's recap for this. The last four I named: Nyima Funk, Kimberly, Herbert, Gregory, Gina Yashere, and Robin Thede. They're definitely ready for SNL. And I hope you enjoyed this list. Feel free to post your comments and your opinions. If you think these women don't deserve to be on SNL, if you don't think they're ready, post that too. I want to know what you think. And post it in the comment section. A lot of y'all like to write me direct messages. That's cool too. I like to get the personal emails and the personal messages. That's cool. But I want everybody to see what you're talking about. Post it on the comment section so we can, have spark the debate or something. All right. Kenan Thompson said they never find women who are ready for SNL, or black women aren't ready for SNL. And I found 24. And if they pick any one of these women from the 24, I would just, oh my God, I'd be like, yes, this is, yes. And you know what I think would happen if they pick a black woman? Probably nobody from this list will get picked. That's how it goes. It'll be some woman named Shaquita Jackson somewhere who did stand up for only 5 months or something. She's has no skills, and they just put her in there just so you can play the sassy black woman. That's what might end up happening. Or they'll find another. I don't know. I don't know. But whatever happens, it'll be great. They just need to have another black woman on there. Period. And what else was I gonna say about this? Oh yeah. Also too, if you have anybody that left off, like I said, it's 24. If you can think of 25, 26, 27, send them. I definitely want to say, check out their work and say something about it. Like, hey, just some guy named Jay. I know this woman named Lisa Thomas or something, and she's from Connecticut, and she does improv, and she goes to Groundlings in Chicago. Send her name, send her work, and I'll look at it. Or, oh, hey, just some guy named Jay. I know this this African woman named Umfufu Mayunga, and she's in this all African improv troupe called the Lion Queens. She's great for SNL. Send it, just send it. That sounds real, doesn't it? Those names I just said, but yeah, that's all I like to say. I'm just some guy named Jay. Also, check out Southeast Hip Hop Magazine. I got the link in the information box below. All right, that's it. Good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.